And then you had a relative that, how cruel can humans be? He locked you in a closet, and what did he do?
Yeah, well, he locked me in and told me ghost stories and scary stories, which really opened up the gateway to the supernatural on the dark side. Of course, in our family, we didn't understand the principles of the Bible, as you said. We didn't understand the gospel. And I really believe this is one of the great dangers, Sid, of a generation that's void of the supernatural.
But it's not void of the supernatural, because wherever you look on television, in school, they've got the supernatural of the devil on display. They just don't say it's the devil. That's right. What happened to you. And you got into things like hypnosis and New Age and all the things that everyone's getting into today. And today they have all these games that open the doors, and videos and movies. And you're doing just fine, you thought, until the best thing that ever could happen to you happened. You got arrested.
Right.
What did you do?
Yeah, well, this just led me down a pathway of darkness. When you're introduced to darkness, you're going to live in that dark realm. So I kept advancing darker and darker into that dark supernatural realm, and not the supernatural realm of angels and the Holy Spirit and Jesus. So now, as a teenager, I'm looking for some kind of thrilling activity. So I've got friends that are going on these excursions to see how much merchandise they can steal out of a store. And I get swept up in this. And so I'm doing this not for the merchandise, but for the thrill of this adventure, or so we think. And I get caught, and I end up spending a weekend in juvenile hall. And in that weekend, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because in that weekend, God sent somebody to preach the gospel. And I prayed a prayer, Sid, that is still working in my life all these years later. I basically said, it's the prayer that everybody prays when they get in trouble, but God really hears it and answers it. I said, God, if you deliver me out of this situation and get me out of this, I'm going to serve you the rest of my life.